there are more real threats on Barack Obama's life than any combination of presidents in the history of this country. He has more Secret Service protecting him and his family than any president in recent history. Why? Because the threats against his life are real and they are increasing at a rapid pace. We have to pray for our brother. You may not be pleased with everything that he's saying and doing, but you have to understand that he's been voted in to take care of the affairs of a nation, not yours and mine particularly. Does that make sense? He's the American president, not the black president. So don't expect him to do for us what we've got to marshal our energy and talent to do for ourselves. And that's why I chose the subject today. We must accept responsibility to build our own communities.
Right.
Now, the government has literally failed to satisfy the needs of the people. And there is no government on earth that is looking out for the needs, rights, and interests of all of the people that they are governing. To govern means to direct, to guide, to exercise authority over, to rule, to administer, to influence the actions of, and to check, restrain, or curb those activities by means of law that would bring the system of government to a halt. The most important thing in government is guidance. I'm going to say it again.
Yes, sir.
Guidance. Mayor Harrington was on television yesterday or day before, and he was laying out the problems for the new mayor that he would have to struggle to solve. The new mayor needs the help of the people of Memphis, black and white and brown. But he needs more than just their help. He really needs money. I don't know whether the stimulus package will stimulate what Memphis needs, but that's when people are called upon to make a sacrifice for something bigger than themselves. The H1N1 vaccines, they're telling you there's a pandemic, but they don't have enough for the people to get an influenza vaccination, and many wise people won't take it. And many wise people won't take it. Well, what happened to our wisdom that we don't want to be bothered with it? You see, years ago, Henry Kissinger talked about the work of the new century.
Yes, sir.
Was culling billions of people from our planet. In the Talmud, the people are called goyim, who are useless eaters. They eat, but they're useless. Listen now. Culling is another word for getting rid of. Billions of people, because they say things are shrinking in terms of what people need. There are too many people for too few resources. So wise people at the top, or the most foolish at the top, the satanic mind at the top says, kill them all. Now, Jesus told us that we would face famine, pestilence, earthquakes in diverse places, and nation would rise against nation. That's going on now. Right. And he said, quote, this is just the beginning of sorrows. We are living in a time of trouble like there never was since there was a nation and a time. So, could this be why the prophets spoke about the coming of God? Please hear me. All the governments of the earth are failing their people. So the Bible says, for unto us a child is born, and unto us a son is given, and a government shall be upon his shoulders. And he shall be called Wonderful Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. The whole world of religion is looking for the coming of God and the coming of a man. Let's reason together. Reason. The Jewish people are looking for the Messiah, a human being. The Christians are looking for the return of Christ, a human being. The Muslims are looking for the Mahdiah, or the Mahdi, a human being. Oh, I want you to pay attention. The one that comes in his person has a government to answer the needs of the whole of humanity. He is so powerful from the Islamic tradition that he sets down all tyrants and sets justice in the earth. The Christians are looking for Christ to come. You think he's coming back to teach you? Talk, minister. He already taught. That's right. What did you do with it? So the Christ that I read about, he comes in a cloud. That's interesting. And he has a sword in his hand, and it's dripping with blood. All right. Talk, Master, talk. Governments of the world have to be set down, and tyrants of the world have to be set down, and a government from God has to be established so that the suffering of humanity will end. Now,